we go. Yeah, perfect. One sec. I don't know if I'm just putting together the build list. Oh, what's up? Forgot to wipe after eating? No. I don't think so. Only wiping I'll be doing is the floor with you. All right. What do I got? Pop this in. Just putting together the list. The build list. All right, we got a Q pop. Seeping. What's the last one I have? I keep forgetting. All right, who do we get on?
Together, we will do what must be done.
Pick one of the bars, suggest invite. Okay. Oh, I'm running
We grow
all
stronger.
I'm running a completely new build. I'm not even using Corpse Lance. But I just put it in. I'll update the stream elements here in a sec, so you can get it with the build command here in a minute. Yo, he picked the monk. I'm never letting another person pick my parties again. All right. Well, let's do this. GG. Alright, now we switch to the fun times. So I have some interesting stuff about that new shoulder. I'm actually generally very low on it, however. Ah. No knockback, baby. Get Shrek. Alright, let's...
No, not yet.
Not bad.
Give it more time.
The spill is so funny. What? I may not be able to see. It's like giving me this weird failed to load module thing. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Here's the bit. How do I do? That's gonna take you to the wrong side. Oh, no, it's gonna work. Okay, cool. So that's the build I'm running. If anybody's interested.
Still recharging.
Yeah, that's not right. I better be a bit careful here. Alright. Pop goes my heart. Pop goes my heart.
I need
That was a little bit of reckless move. I should have made a coffee. I'm out. God, like the amount of iframes on that was just bad play on my part. I shouldn't have died to that. If you don't get lucky on the fear skulls, this is a tough tough old build. What's going on over here? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Alright, I usually want to stay away from pillar necros, but I have no choice. Position. Boom. Man, that thing hits fast if you can position it right, but you gotta get the position right. Oof.
I must wait, it seems. Death is patient.
Will they come?
Must recharge.
This one sense with it is actually pretty funny. No shield. What's up, Marco? How's it going? No shield, but my dream has finally been realized. So I will admit that my villain status of running the smear campaign against Bone Pillar was very selfish because I wanted to use this build for so long, but I can't because so many people ran Pillar and it made it impossible. I gotta get out of here. Oh well. But basically, I get almost 100% uptime on knockback immunity with the pillars, so long as they do not get destroyed by bone walls. It's the only thing that can get rid of them. They do a great amount of damage if you let them. They scale with V2s, so they rotate faster if you have more of the attack speed that you have. And and thank you very much for the resub, Marco. I gotta figure out why my chat thing here is like. How do I reload this? It's like my window for chat is very small right now, and I can't even see the chat if I minimize the area. How do I? All right, GG's. Look at that, great, awesome. Good game. This had, I mean, Flex is a big boy. GG 2. Yeah, so this is all damage, Kamui. All damage all the time, and more toxicity. And I can finally get some. Let's sell some. Yeah, why is it so cheap, man? Oh yeah, no. So there's no. So what you give up on this build. There's no finishing move, but you have to like this. But the effectiveness is there. So this build has some insane levels of like team level DPS and disable. So one of the things that I changed here was I started running. I dropped my resistance because I can't take advantage of it as much. So I dropped a rank 8 Topaz for another rank 8 Citrine, so my potency is 4,500. And then so like my fears are gonna last for forever, and it'll just be a really good time. Then I go my fear skulls, and they just go do work after that. So the the knockback immunity allows me to engage safely, get out all of my abilities. So I come in with Wraith Form, and then just crank out as both of my skulls, pop if I haven't reapplied my bone armor. My bone armor is going to keep me from being knocked up or just disabled while I'm doing that. That's going to be the biggest thing that eats abilities. So nothing's getting canceled. We just played one. We had one against Flex. So this isn't gonna always kill a monk, but it is going to put the monk in a position where they're likely going to die as a result. I'm not always gonna live against the monk, nor am I ever since you don't have a targeted finishing capability in a lot of cases. But what it does do really well is it suicides very well. All of its all the skulls are amazing after you if you position yourself well. The skulls are very high value if you're in the middle of the action, if you're in melee. And the reason I've been very down less inclined to use them in the past is because if I cast them far away from the action, half of their utility is already used, and they could be easily run away from. But if you are in melee, they immediately hit, and they have a short distance to travel around all of these different little all of the different what's it called? All of the players that are around you. and they have a high chance of clearing. So if you can disable them, put them, lock people in place, and then pop 2 skulls, they're going to do a huge amount of damage. They do some of the highest stat sheet damage in the game for Necros. So let's take a look here. These do 27k and then get a actually a 38% bonus from both Awakenings and Essence Extraction. And then they have a 2.4 second fear, and this can get up to almost be reapplied. This doesn't work necessarily as well as the default Bone Spirits, but since you get 28% from just having this shield and a very high stat sheet damage, they can crit on a CC target for up to like 200,000 in PvE. In PvP, that's going to be less so, but to compare it to our other skills, a primary attack does 19,000. Our bone armor ticks, these are actually really great because these will do 14 per hit. Our bone spikes is just so incredible in that it does a grand total of almost around 42. So, okay. So, yes, I saw the new Golem, Marco. I have thoughts on it, and they are not favorable. I have a short video I did on it that I'm gonna actually post on YouTube. I'm gonna do that after this. I promise. I had to re-encode everything. I might re-record it.
Give it more
But
time.
now I'm saving my recordings in the correct format, so it's not gonna get any weird encoding errors. But I just want to see the quality of this one after I do it. But it is not. Does Corpse Pillar block Lance? No. No, Corpse Pillar has its own trajectory. The only things that can stop it are like invulnerability frames for certain skills. So a monk with like the like Frogger essence. Have you ever seen a monk hop and kind of pick up people and go to another place? That is one of them. I think Daring Swing also is an it will prevent them from hitting, but they just go right over walls. They're a completely different mechanic. However, I don't know if that is true of the shield that the really bad shield that like allows you to shoot a bunch of them all in a row. I would test it if this actual thing worked at all, but it does not. Because it's just a really bad essence and it's massive DPS loss across the board. It would just, like, finding out that it didn't work would just make the essence even more of a joke. The Poison Golem is bad in all types of content. It is a significantly worse version of the Fire Golem. The Fire Golem does more damage in every part of it, like all parts of the game. It has no utility. So the jump or the leap does not knock back. It doesn't stun when it's summoned. The only thing it does is like there's the debuff is neat in a utility type role. Like if you want to get extra boss damage and we're going for a PvE thing, it would be useful for a Necro of yours to run it. It would be a team-wide or party-wide buff. However, that being said, it is not useful in challenge rifts. It is not useful in. I don't think it's as useful in open world farming, even though it does not, to command it to a specific location, it does not have an animation. So you can cast it on the move. So you see when I hit a skill, I just stop. I will if I can get 6-piece Gloom Guide, but I do not have all the pieces for it. But I might try and craft some with some of my H7 gear. So the issue with Corpse Lance and running a dash build is that the Wraith Dash only generates 1 corpse per dash, which is not enough. You basically lose 4 corpses, so you'd have to use both your cooldowns to get them both. I think it has much more. There's a lot more interesting possibilities with maybe like a skull build, a a dash build that looks similar to this is possible. Maybe even with Grim Scythe, like a Grim Scythe, like Grim Scythe Helm here instead. So you'd run, like, because you can get right on top of something. So this build is very, like, this is kind of very anti-melee. Let's see if I can get hood on. Okay. Did I get... What is going on? Wow, they didn't, they messed up. Like, how come I can't get my... Alright. So, I'm running Bethus with this over 4-piece Barons because, one, 4-piece Barons uptime is not going to be super high with this build, but I have some news on 4-piece Barons that everybody will be excited about. And I have some crow to eat because I was wrong about certain things. And it's just like very hard to test. But okay. No, get off. Come on, give me my. I love those skulls, man. Or I love it. I thought he was a bad guy. Okay, so I picked Bethus for a few reasons. This build is about being able to capitalize on the fact that you are, like, can get into melee, but without being, like, immediately interrupted and screwed. However, you take so much damage so fast that staying alive often can be very, very hard. So you need to get your skills. You have a limited amount of time inside of melee to get everything off, and it's advantageous to have high attack speed to be able to capitalize on that. And since you have two things that you're going to be using all the time, you got Wraith and Bone Armor. These spikes will travel faster when you have these. That said, this would be a very decent build with 4-piece Barons. It's often like what you're comfortable with. I think that just because of the amount of like kind of reactivity you need. Oh, this is bad. I only have one spike left.
That ability must recharge. Give it more time.
Necro Battle Mage, yeah. So another thing that this build does, like, this build does not do a few, like, has vulnerabilities for a few things. One of them is what Kamui pointed out, is it's not a great finishing build, but it's kind of auto finishing because you have like the skull AI is working in your favor in a big way. Like, the skulls are gonna follow people after your death, so you get value after you die. You don't need to be around on it. Leave me alone, guys. Oh my god, am I gonna survive that? Oh, my bile. Oh, it's going. Alright, so let's get my gladiator on. Oh, it's my bile is my bile is still on that guy. Alright. Well, now I know what that one's like. So we go in. Oh, let's go. Okay, so the next thing. This is great. This is great at.
I must wait.
I mean, if I was good at the game, it would be good, but I'm not. messed all of that up. But it is a significantly superior spawn camp build than much like Battle Mage. So it's one of the few things that Necro cannot do well or cannot do alone, and this build makes it very possible. Alright. GG's. Put on a funny... Nice. Yeah, this one was a weird game because there wasn't a huge amount. I don't think there was a... This is a imbalanced game. That's wild. This is the first time I've broken 6,600. Wow. Oh, maybe I have a while ago, but like this is, this is such an impossibly long win streak. Like, if I lose a game, it takes me like 3 games to get back up one. It's just such non-indicative of a like win rate is such a much better one. You'll see Asmon's is great, and I definitely just play too many meme builds trying to experiment to keep it up high. Bargain bin prices for Gem Power, man. All right, let me post this on my stream elements. 1 sec. All right, chat commands, let's do. One sec. Am I getting into a game? Yep. I had a feeling. All right, let me bit.ly this. All right, that should be live. So, what's my highest win rate at the end of the cycle? I think I had like 72%. At one cycle, but if I had stopped, I reached the kind of top of the ladder, and I was over 100 wins at 80% one cycle. One sec. Oh, thank you, Corcor. But like, I'm not, but like, I didn't want to. I probably, if I wanted to, I could have stayed there and been at like like on the leaderboards and ended the season at 100, or at 80%. But it really just depends on your matchmaking. The more games you play, the more you're gonna regress to the mean.
The walls.
And some days you just get like a load of attacks with weirdly balanced teams, and then some days you go on a win streak like this. And I'm on a win streak because I feel like I've gotten like really favorable matchmaking, even when I'm on attack. So like I don't expect the luck to keep going here because the matchmaking stuff is really weird. So I just up. Oops, I messed that up. Let me fix it. When is that gonna happen? Come on. User cooldown? Somebody else could do it. The global cooldown is 15 seconds. I gotta wait till it goes through again and then we'll be good. It's cached now. All right, let me just like remove that old one. All right, let me see. There we go. I mean, it's a setup that I did. Like it might. I didn't really advertise it. I was gonna do a bunch of other stuff, but I was lazy. But now I'm not. All right, boom. Yeah, so I can add some commands to it, which is kind of nice. So if I get the Gloom 6, if I get a Gloom 6 build going, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I probably will have another rank 8 Sapphire here. So I could, if I get another blue socket, I can get up to like 3,700 armor pen. And armor pen scales, like armor pen is bonkers for a gloom build. Yeah, so a gloom build is gonna be significantly weaker though for like a lot of reasons, but yeah, it's a dash. You can't use it with it is the same essence as proximal fear, so it's really just about getting in and out of a situation very fast. So like there is a potential insane damage combo because you see what I do with my current one. This fear plus the like this fear plus like a going in there, it takes time, but you can't just get on top of people. You can kind of get stuck or walled in, but a dash just lets you position yourself perfectly first time when you engage, and it's going to blow up every 40 seconds. So if you get the the gloom fear plus have the knockback, it allows you to also to save. Since it's AoE, save using your bone wall armor until later. So you see how these things spin out? If you're in the middle of a bunch of targets and you cast this, all three will hit. Like if you position yourself correctly, and they'll all hit at once. So it's actually one of the if you do, what's it called? If you take this, multiply this by 3, this makes it one of the highest possible first, like, single hit things in the game. Does the dash have iframe? I mean, it's like literally a flick. So it's an instant move. It's like a teleport. So there's no iframes in that regard, but so. And you can be interrupted, and you have a cast animation coming out of it, too, that you can be interrupted during. So it didn't feel good when I didn't have Vthus, but like, unless you're using a specific essence, you do not get Vthus from that. So that build 100% would have to use, it's good that it would be Gloom, because Vthus doesn't work. I mean, good ones. I only have 2 H7 pieces. If anybody is a melee and likes Gloom Guide, you're gonna get jelly. These are actually going to be my rings in H8 in PvP. So this one's the lower the shallow end of the dream pool. But yellow socket, movement speed, damage into players, and this is my pride and joy. My like 3 cooldown, 4% movement speed, and then another only 2 sockets, but fear resist, skill cooldown, and really high. But it's not a 3-3; it's just a 3-3-2. I haven't. This is what I'm actually going to be using in PvP. This is what I'm using in PvP. Like this is the. Oh, actually, I finally did get a usable exceptional thing from crafting. Look at this beauty. Look at what Charcy hooked me up with after almost 300 wisps. Wow, right? Yeah, I got some sick Gloom pieces. And I have, as far as like I also have this. This was nice. This is a nice find. And I have 6 out of 6. Like 3 triple stats for H8. So on set items, and I'm only missing pants. Unfortunately, oh no, I'm only missing chest. But the actual things on these leave something to be desired. Dash skills. This would have been beautiful if it wasn't for dash. This is also useless. But we got a dealing damage one here. And a like completing a summon's not great, so I probably am gonna switch this to this one, which is a lower roll, but being attacked is awesome. Crit chance and dealing damage, some nice off stats. But this one is probably my most beautiful one. Being attacked, like great stats across the board. I didn't even know 298 was possible. 300? What do you mean? I mean, I haven't even, like, it's just, I can't even get anything from like, exceptional. I think, like, I went through and I got 2 early in H7, and I had those, like, since H6, but I really haven't, I've gotten pretty much nothing from that. So I'd probably just fill out my other sets, like, and mess around. I'll play with Gloom Guide just to have some fun with everybody, but, yeah, I agree. It's not great for that. Am I going back to Lance build? Yeah, man. Like, I feel you, Kamui. Nothing's ever good in this. Oh, man. Who do I gotta get? Let's get Caden. Yep. They took both the satyrs? Come on. You guys are buttheads.
Welcome, ally.
Bunch of greedy. All right, let's go. Let's go. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Sometimes, like, you know, that's the problem with fear. Can't always take on the world and... Oh, let's go back, let's go back, let's go back.
Death is patient. Not yet.
It really is such a... Like, the skulls are very valuable in certain use cases, and it, like, you see how it, like, they're significantly better if I can get them off in melee, but I do need to retreat if I want to. Oh, I'm not paying attention because I'm talking. I gotta start looking at my life. Jesus Christ. 2 deaths. I'm a scrub. I only have my full mastermind party because both the satyrs decided to accept like, someone decided to invite both the satyrs to their party. Very greedy. Satyr incest. All right. Here's another cool thing. If I die in this mosh pit, well, they killed them all. It's not even fun. Come on, guys, they're not cool. God, it's so funny.
Give it more time.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. Where's my skull going? What the heck? That stupid skull. Hey, man, like, why the skull's gotta be like that?
I must wait.
Alright, Brescian, let's go. Let's tango. Yeah, this is lopsided, but... Yeah, like, so that's why you have to, like, that's why this is the only time, like, I don't like them for the Lance build for that reason. They're only can be used defensively. Yeah, that skull got stuck on, like, some barbarian that was really far away, and basically the logic is that if they're on the screen, it's going to make a path to them, like, it's going to do a ways route, and once, like, if the person's in range, then it's just going to happen. And they gotta like make sure that they hit everybody in range before they come back to another person. So on one hand, that's nice that it like kind of goes through everything, but you have to kind of plan around that. So the premise of this build is that you since like that's really hard to actually like make a viable build out of in terms of for like Lance, because you only can ever use them defensively. And outside of that, let's get to the knockback immunity on. Man, I'm just like getting really. I got really unlucky with every single one of those. Like, I'm dead here. No, I should not live. Oh my god. So get in. Take advantage of the fact that you're right on top of everybody and they can't knock you up, and just unload everything. And you're doing a huge amount of AoE damage around you. So you can, like, there's been times where, I think you saw that at the beginning of the match where I, like, went in and immediately procced the cheat deaths of, like, 3 or 4 people. Like, the amount of AoE bursts that this build has is absolutely bananas. And despite my bad decision-making, it can still bail me out, because those skulls don't go away when I die. Is this build doing to get better against monks? It certainly will frustrate monks. Like a monk will more likely be put in a position because the skulls are like do a lot of damage and have CC. If a monk dives you, one, they can't stagger you in this stuff. They can't, like, a lot of them are like you can actually cast some things. So rather than a monk having no problem actually hitting you and like kind of like putting you into a combo, you can just like they're still gonna do a shit ton of damage to you. There's no way around that. But you can just dump all of your stuff and then maybe you get a fear off, or we put you in a position to get a fear breakthrough Zen. You can actually break through Zen with this, so you can deal damage to them, and then maybe get off the CC to kill them. However, this will not stop you from getting like your life chunked by a monk shimmer, like using shimmer like off the screen and it randomly hitting you for 80k. You don't have a lot of life. We lost around. I lose around like my functional like PvP life is with a regular bone armor, which is around 80k. So in PvP, my life is what 365,000 usually. That's a pretty big dip. And that is like that's almost like a 20% dip. Or no, 30%, 30% or more. But yet another lopsided game. Let's see where we are. Look at this. Unreasonable. But yeah, so the issues with this build are like, one, this is probably not low res friendly. But it will, like, I think like there's a lot of potential in using this these orbital spikes. I think honestly, like, I mean, it's less battle mage balls, because balls, like, the only thing, balls are the main source of the like damage and utility of this. The flickering like this, while it does damage, is not really the thing that does, like, its primary use is only to be in combination with Gravedirt's Weight. Gravedirt's Weight is this is an incredible essence. All right, have a good one, Tell Bishop. What's up, Mount? Oh. When will I get another pop? Slow games today. Bum bum bum. One of the cool things about this is that the deaths in this don't feel as useless by a long shot. Like, if I died with my Corpse Lance build and like didn't really get it, like only just like kind of suiciding in at the end trying to defend an idol, I'm not providing a huge amount of value on defense like that, or I'm not, like, even on attack. Failed the match, man. But with this, you get to, if you can get in position to dump some very well-placed skulls that just go around like a group of people sitting on an idol, you can fear it and do a huge amount of damage to them, proc their Undying Rages, and make it super easy for your team to clean up and kind of capitalize on it, because you've put them in such a position to win.
Death is inevitable.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still missing one essence. So I would be close to 300k with that. I'm definitely attack in there. Attack is just so, it's a huge amount of damage. And Protector isn't really that great for ranged classes because, like we take more damage than melee classes. All defensive stats are kind of weak for ranged classes. Like you're not going to get nearly as much value out of anything, just because you're meant to take higher damage. But in general, your skills have higher damage than most, and you have more negative effects. So capitalizing on those, like, why I dropped the resistance. I dropped the like, I'm still gonna have it, like, just because it's easier to get. But once I make my rank 9 of this, I'll drop back down to around 4200 potency, and then I will put in my another rank 9 on resistance and be at 4200. But this doesn't feel nearly as bad as having lower potency. Lower potency meant that I was not like my fears in CCs, and I'm okay to, like, if I get CC'd, usually I'm dead anyway. And it, like, so I'd rather have a longer, like a higher chance of my durations of CCs being like obscenely long, so I can do stuff rather than trying to get out of one, which I have a really low chance of doing. Maybe we'll hope. There we go. I was about to like complain to the matchmaking gods.
Still recharging. No, not yet.
We did it. Defense again. So. Diablo gods must like me tonight. Alright.
Ah, welcome, ally.
Let's see.
We grow ever stronger.
Alright, give me that. Now I got my mastermind. Perfect. Now I'm very happy. It has constant. So the one difference between in PvE, it does have constant uptime. In PvP, my I have cooldown reduction here, and so 11% from items and stuff, and then any beneficial effect duration, that all gets cut to a third of its value in PvP. It's all affected by strife, so I don't get to have all of this like nice stuff with it, unfortunately. So it does not last. I have about a 3 second like in between period. All right. Come on. Oh my god. Whoops. Like once you've gone through the skulls, like you feel this despair of your lack of burst. I hate primary attacking. Oh, that bone armor went down, and I tried to cast it, and immediately got knocked up, interrupted. That's lame. All right, they got. Oh, they have a big team.
Give it more time. He's patient.
Death closes
Ah.
upon me.
If I lose this game, this build sucks. Okay. Nothing to be done about. It's just so much. They got how many? I wouldn't lose this game at a normal setup. I don't know about that, dude. I'll definitely have higher deaths in this
Give it more time. Death is patient.
It's chasing me off. I'm gonna go to the other down. Am I still gonna be playing DI? Yes, I am. But I'll also be playing D4. I don't think that I don't think the PvP in D4 is gonna be super great. All right, I can just leave that. Okay, so now I need my cheat death. So this is why I save my cheat death, because it really is only effective in one place only, and that is on an idol that they are pushing.
No, not yet.
I love that seeping. Okay, so I got one skull. One skull. See you later. I don't think I could do that to Tesla and with his old build, with my old build. Yeah, no, that my Corpse Lance build is different. My Corpse Lance build is filling a different role. This is just a response to the monk melee. And with too many monks and stuff, like this is a different play style. It requires you are required to die a lot in this build. That's I think my point here. And in a game, if you're getting killed a lot in a game, and you're not providing, like, you just don't provide any value as you like when you just like get one shot by a monk. Oh, what was beautiful? All right. Man, I really don't like having to rely on that. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. I got them both out. Do work. Look at that. It's still fearing people. Look, so those skulls just saved that idol. They popped a fear. They got it to a place.
Not yet.
And adios.
That ability must recharge.
No, I'll go back. Good game.
Give it more time.
Yeah, so I mean they had aggression, but it's like this isn't a team to like to snub your nose at. Twister, Big, Dust. Dust is 70, almost 74. Kill Switch is lower, 52. WWM, another. So they had, and then Benerick, I don't think. So they had six very big whales. They had Brescian, but Brescian was actually pushing he's the one that did the split push though. Yeah, Dust is great. Just randomly, yeah, what's the new stuff? So there's a lot of new stuff with, like, there's a lot of kind of cool things with Necro. If you played mostly PvE, then summons are pretty much the same. They haven't added anything interesting there. But for PvP, like, they also really haven't added anything interesting. I think a lot of the builds that were, like, the same so the skull thing is an essence on bone spirits. So skulls it basically turns your bone spirits was a channeled ability which just shot a bunch of skulls in her like it was just like a beam, but they were individual. So this just turns it into a 2-charge like big skull that kind of has its own AI and kind of floats around for 6 seconds or so. And then they also added the ability to like an essence for your main hand, which allows bone spirits to potentially fear, and with enough potency and feasting barons, it's possible to chain fear people now. So with 2-piece feasting barons, which increases your durations of loss of control by 30%, and a whole buttload of potency, you can get to if you get lucky, a permanent CC on this. And this is much more of and then we have a few other essences that have been interesting, but you'll see that these are all familiar. These were in the game at release, but these two have not. They're still trying to make Grim Scythe is still the worst ability in the game, despite the devs' efforts of adding a new essence to it every single patch. It is still absolute dog shit. Yeah, bone spirits are pretty legit. The skulls do a lot of damage. No, like they could add the one that they won't. Here's what I want for Grim Scythe. Grim Scythe would be, I'm telling them right now, if they gave a main hand essence for Grim Scythe that turned it into a 2-charge dash, it would be it would magically save Grim Scythe. Now, you can make it no longer do AoE damage. You can have it be a single, like, kind of targeted thing where you basically hop to the target to execute them with Grim Scythe. But if we had 2 charges of dash that were tied to Grim Scythe and then other abilities, so like they have other essences with Grim Scythe that are actually very interesting and that can pair well with this. Now, I think that in order to get the one, being in melee as a Necro, as I've just shown you, is extremely dangerous. You just die, you're gonna die a lot. There's no two ways about it. But they've given all of these like really nice essences for. Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, this is kind of where I was going with it. But they put all of the modifying things for Grim Scythe are on Pants, and Pants is the most important PvP slot because in any of the builds that you run, you are either picking if you're Waffles, you pick whatever it's those Sackle Choshes that increases your bone wall duration. Or you pick Ronzin's Keeping, which increases your Corpse Lance damage if you're playing a backline build. Or you pick Proximal Fear for making your Wraith Fear. Wraith Fear is how, if you are playing in melee, this is how you engage. This is the really you need it to survive the engagement. The flip side of that is, what's the word for it? So if you ever want to use Grim Scythe, which you need the main hand essence to turn into a ranged ability, you have to give up your ability to engage. So they've kind of backed you into a corner where in order to use this skill and have it be useful, they put some really nice effects on it. On paper, I really like the idea of having a 30% attack slow bound to Grim Scythe, but I gotta give up my ability to engage to get it. And I should so I was thinking that if you add the behavior to a main hand, which you already have the precedent for, because Thrashing Jaw and the new essence both change the behavior of. Oh my God! You see that? Truman had his bone pillars up here. I can't cast. This is the build's one weakness. Is that they need to be allow us to take advantage and give us a way to engage with Grim Scythe because it's primarily a melee ability, and you have to give up so much else to take any advantage of it. Look at my skill. Look at my skull. It's just going around making people miserable, hitting for a tenth of their HP. Yeah, or stun. Honestly, Kamui, I don't think that the stun, I think that the stun would be broken because, if it was a main hand that stunned, they wouldn't give that to us, because then we could use it with so many other things. And they've already built this thing into the essences. I want to be able to use those Pant essences at least once in my life. But I can't. Oh, we're gonna corpse camp, I died and we're am I the only death? No. And the burning stuff. I should have put on my stuff. No longer trash. I'm always trash. But, I'm trying to be better. Yeah, they just go off fire and forget technology. Yeah, I just want to be able to use Gloom 6, man. It's the best. Gloom is the best set in the game by far. And you know what? Necros just don't have the they gave us 2 really bad dashes or meme dashes, and I have so many good. It has been a long time. I got my new computer, so I can know. It's no longer overheating, so I get to record my videos now.
Not yet. I must wait, it seems.
Alright, going in. So long of a stun, Jesus. Diva, why did you get every single monk? Oh, somebody else took the actual party. That's what happened. Look at all of them go. They're just having a great time. Oh, I was still alive. I forgot I had my. Oh my god. The vacuum confused me. I think this build, I mean, like, not for nothing. There is one build that is fairly good, but it's certainly not. No, wow, that sucked. And my once this falls off, you're dead. If this ever gets removed by Bone Pillar or is on cooldown at the wrong time, you are dead. But no, summons, like, there's one build with 4-piece shepherds and corpse lance, and you only keep the skeletons alive just for 12% crit from 4-piece. And that's pretty much it. What a night! What is going on over here? Oh, that was a nightmare. Bone Wall and Bone Pillar, and yeah, I mean, like, you can knock people up and do a bunch of stuff. This is a silly game. I've been talking too much. Also, you get getting carried. Bad group composition. Getting three monks is the worst for. We need to have balanced teams. Same old stun invocation and same old builds. Lots of more monks. Man, just keep on going. Let's ride this wave. Any good Dark Curse builds? No Dark Curse builds. Poor Dark Curse. It's still garbage. Let's see. My hair naturally sits like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm maybe a little bit of sea salt spray in the morning, and then I was out in the rain a little bit ago. Yeah, my girlfriend's very upset that this is what my hair does.
I would assume you're just a douchebag, except I was here for all of that happening.
Yeah, she would assume that I was lying, like, like, oh, I just woke up like this. But then it happened, I guess. I'm never, no, I'm not 100% reso. I'm never going to be. This build actually is lower. There's not much sense. I have a good amount of the actual bonuses from this. I get all the 161s, and I don't have any I have enough to swap these around without any problem and try things out. But the investment that would it take to go to the rest versus the value is very low. Zwensen's replaced Echoing Shade. So I took out Echoing Shade because, if they spawn in melee, they die instantly. And this build is a melee build, you need to be you need to be in there. I just wasn't getting as much value out of them. But what I figured is that, like, since this has such high bursts, I'm almost guaranteed if I'm gonna engage, I'm going to kill somebody, one person at least. Well, like 80% of the time. And what I'm finding, like, if I've dropped everything and I'm just like I've gone crazy with my CDs, I don't have any extra damage after that, and I gotta rely on like positioning my spikes and primary attacking. So, but if I'm guaranteed a kill, then one of the things that I can rely on is Swenson's. Swenson's has a short cooldown and it's every 6 seconds, and if my things are CCing and like I get a fear off, like say I have a feared target or CC target and a bunch of them, is that Swenson's will probably proc onto a stationary target. And it's rare to have like for Necros to have stationary targets later in their combo. When you open up people usually get out of their CCs, and then you have to work around that, and they're moving, you have to chase them down. And that's where Corpse Lance was very valuable, is that you could actually like target and take down targets like that. But with Swenson's is that it's that extra little damage in the middle of combat. It's guaranteed to it's a very low cooldown. You have a high chance of it happening, and it's after you've so if it happens, it's a 6 seconds. Like if you kill somebody and like it goes nowhere, whatever. It's not like it's a 20-second one or I'm not going to get it back. So it's an extra little burst, and that happens pretty much every fight. Like versus my Echoing Shade that feeds a Barb some health. The one thing that it does stink for is that you can't take advantage of any of the invocations here, or that are for summoning something. If I were to compare this build, so the advantages of this build are you're much more you can frustrate. Like again, I would not recommend playing this build like I play this build as a non-whale. This is not something that is going to work. It I barely can make it barely works for me with a huge amount of life and pretty decent CR, and I'll still fall over. However, I feel like I can provide a lot of value to my team with like the amount of CC that I can push and enable my team to kill players even after I die. So even if I'm getting one shot and doing something, I can my deaths are trades. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sweaty Juicebox.
Earned some hilts, have you? Well,
and then so the Lance build, is a lot more oh, whoa, thank you. Thank you, CT City Dwell, CTT ID, CTID well. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Oh, Richard, you stop that. Thank you. Why are you guys so nice to me? You guys are great. Thank you very much. Oh, look at all these lucky folks. Luck cards. Diva-rific got it. Midwinter, Kokor, Tiny, and Weapon Skin. There we go. Thank you, Gambit. I appreciate it. Hats off to you. And I'll let Diva know that you gave him a sub so he can watch ad free. And he'll won't target you in BGs anymore. Thank you. I was on defense all night, man. Is Hellfire better than Swenson's? Alright, 1 second. I gotta reread these. Okay, so... Huh? Real cheese? Real cheese, too? I don't know if you're trolling me, but I'm not a Diablo partner, so I would not know. And, Juan, this is the one thing I would change. If I decide to finish this Hellfire fragment, I'm holding out until the patch on the 30th to see what the new gems are. Almost certainly this new Hellfire will be used as a socket in the new thing. I would say that Hellfire would be better than Swenson's in this build. Swenson's is more of its value is higher than the other options. I've been very strongly considering that. Oh, it's okay, real cheese. I'm sure there are plenty of other people that you could ask about that, and they would have an answer, but I am not one of them. There's a lot of streamers that have it. What's it called? So Hellfire is interesting. So I think if this is Hellfire is one of those gems. So that's the word on the street. There might be some new gems on the 30th. So here's some of the new ones. This Frozen Heart is just it's like a better version of Phoenix. It's on a 20-second cooldown. Still very low shield, but it also gives you a chill. Another thing, so Hellfire is actually like this probably would be in a lot of people's builds if it was like in the game at release. So this conjures a bunch of little fireballs around you that orbit around you when you cast a skill, and then after a certain amount, and as you get close to enemies, they will all kind of go off and hit, and subsequent hits will deal more damage, so they can do it doesn't stack by this, but if you get hit by another one, they'll do up to, I think, 50% extra damage at rank 10. And it does a decent amount of damage on this. So as part of your engagement combo of it does AoE, it does all of these things. So it's even in PvP and reduced to a third of its normal value, it can still be a big chunk of damage. And it's very reliable. It's you can precast it. You don't need to rely on it being a proc chance like Blessing of the Worthy, which is just gonna explode for the 2% health that you have after getting hit. Howlers, which you need to be primary attacking, that's very low value because primary attacks are just impossible in this meta. And what else? They also have this little dash one, so this dash skill. So you get a little bit of movement speed and damage. A lot of monks use this now, but it's very, very cheap because only monks can use it. Only monks get value out of Concentrated Will. Well, it's relative value. It's relative value one. It's not any it's slightly better, but the level of investment that you have to do to get it is so obscenely high. Pretty much everybody can take everybody would be able to take advantage of it, but a lot of people have limited gem slots that they can work with, and it's a lot of players are on that last little. Okay, I got an attack, so let's see what's gonna happen to me here.
Welcome, ally.
Alright, who am I against? Okay, we got Shonuff, Soy Sauce, Kit, Waffles, WWM. Alright, I think my win streak ends here. Yeah, needing a dash is pretty much makes it only usable by monks. And then they added a really great set for monks only. So I had to switch to Mastermind, but now I have it in all of its glory. Oh my god. It took both of my skulls. That's so it interrupted them both times. I hate this game sometime. It ran out just in time for getting staggered. But and now my green screen is messed up. Oh, because my girlfriend turned off all the lights. Not knowing that it's completely necessary for my green screen to work, babe. Why'd you do that? One second, let me... I'll fix it after this. That's...
I must wait.
Monks are still broken. Yeah, it's waffles with the bone walls. I got too flustered with trying to figure out the... Oh, fuck. That sucks. Bone pillars are... So the reason I never tried this build earlier is that... Or I did bet it was only like when nobody was playing BGs. Is that bone pillars, which were the most popular Necro skill at the time, are absolutely death, like anathema to this. Like, I can't engage there. I will not have knock-up immunity. I will be absolutely exposed.
I need aid.
Yeah, we're definitely losing this game. There's no way to even get close to winning. I can't engage with this many bone pillars. And I have no real way... I have no real way, like, the pillar, yeah, so this is the absolute worst case scenario. You can't get close to the bone walls. Yeah, like, I just have to go to the other side. I can't get past there. I don't have any knock-up immunity if I do it. And it's just that it's a no-win scenario. But it stinks that it can be countered this hard, but what can you do? Like, he cast that at the perfect spot for me. I am screwed here. I'm absolutely screwed. Like, he just took away my knock-up immunity. Recommendations, spend more. Yeah. Yeah, this is the worst possible matchup for this. It's good versus melee, but really bad versus like a Necro using a bone wall. It's really dumb. I don't know what. Okay, so you see how? Oh, I think that's what Ariat did. Is he knocked him up, but it looked like my bone spikes, even though I didn't have the essence, knocked him up. Anybody else notice that on my screen? All right. Let me swap to this. Yeah, the Necros need to die. That's the big issue. I need to be able to kill that Necro. Yeah, so that was like what Swenson's was for. Yep. No, that's an intended behavior. So that it only is while you have the. So when everybody's playing pillar, it's hard to justify. I don't know what I was doing. I just like I thought I was dead like 5 seconds before I was. I'm just being dumb. It's like those last games of the night where I'm just like looking at chat instead of playing the game. Look at Waffles doing waffle things. Yep, Monk's doing monk things. Unfortunately, like I feel like no one's ever gonna go back from monk. Like, and this is why I don't want to go like play like a non-range class. But Waffle's having some fun time in there.
No, not yet.
All right, let's go. Waffle's setting a trend. Well, you see a lot of other Necros running it like with taunt. Taunt plays the wall build. I think that for like if you are willing to play pure support, that's a really fun build to play. You'll frustrate a lot of people. Like, but you got to be willing to make enemies in this and not like. I don't know if you will be particularly well liked, or just most people will find you annoying. But yeah, this is like you can't do it with what Shigeru is running pillars and Waffles with the other bone wall. Like that is just and then Soy Sauce was as well. So Soy Sauce running that, like it's just the absolute worst case. And this is a very stacked team. But GG's, win streak is over. My hopes and dreams are shattered. Yeah, I mean it's Scurrying Ruin chest and then the Sacral Chosses. You only need 2. You just need the bone armor or bone wall dash on your chest, Scurrying Ruin, and then do I have it in my inventory? I do not. And then the Sacral Chosses pants for increasing the duration of it. And you can also use Pyre's Allure to light it on fire, but that's not necessary unless you have the Shield Awakened and getting 10% extra 10% extra cooldown reduction on it. Oh wait. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Ah. That lagged. Why would it start it at like 350 on that? That makes no sense. Yep, those are the 2. I can go find them so you know what they look like, but and let me fix my green screen real quick. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I do. I'm gonna have to go. Ah, that does not work. All right, so this just got worse, but we're gonna go with it. I'm becoming part of the trash. Huh? I needed the I needed the lights on here, babe.
Okay, we'll just turn them off.
Yeah, but I needed the like the ones in the back. Yeah.
Oh.
My green screen was just turning me invisible now.
Do you want me to turn them on?
Yes, please.
Just can you remember to turn them off?
I know, but I remember to turn the lights off. I started the trend.
I don't care like it's not like a weird. It's just because I don't like coming here half awake with a million lights on.
I know. Patch will protect marginally more sellable gems. Well, actually, I have seen an increase of as a normal. The stuff is still insane, 100%. It's absolutely bonkers. All right, let's see. My green screen. Slightly better. Yeah, I'm slowly becoming a
Anything I can
wraith.
help you with? Hello.
This is. Did I? Yeah, sure did. So yeah, one loss is like 36, and each win is 9. But, I mean, I don't really care about the rating. The rating is really like it doesn't mean anything. It just means whether or not, like, how many games in a row have you were your like what were your last like 20 games look like? Yeah, no, I am looking like Marty McFly. That's a good reference. I gotta like I gotta make sure that my parents fall in love. Otherwise, this is all for naught. Yeah. Yeah, so like it's good. You got a little bit. People get a little. The change with the gems. I feel like I could throw a football over the mountains, Coma. If coach had only put me in states, I would have made that. I would have made that pass. Oh. I'll get like a ring light to make sure that this. I think it's just like the lighting here is tough. With like I got very trained on having so much lighting that it was very easy to. Oh, another. I gotta wait. 26 minutes. Alrighty. No, I'm not doing that. Sorry, I didn't know who it was. Let's go. Is this for real? Oh my. I'm partyless because, you know, all the... you guys, this is so ridiculous.
We grow ever stronger.
I gotta go find every person. Why would you do that?
Not yet.
Alright, let me go get... Oh, this person's already in another party. This is really dumb. This is a big loss. I don't even know who we're playing, but we're losing this. Because it's two different parties full of...
Closes upon me.
But never use. Nice. Keylight air. Alright.
I need aid.
Kill it, kill it, kill it. Man, we're so losing this.
Not yet. I must wait.
Huh? Yeah, babe. Babe, I'm still streaming. Babe, no, you have time. Oh, God. Okay. No, everybody in these BGs is a whale, and everybody knows it's me. Like, if you use a random cosmetic that. Okay, that was pretty cool. I like that. What, like, this person keeps trying to merge this. I tried to get Mastermind, I failed miserably, and now my team is paying the price.
That ability must recharge.
I need to go Band-Aid. And I Band-Aided too soon, and now I'm screwed. Oh, yo, Margot, come on. You back up to your old tricks. That's obscene. Thank you so much. That's, man, Marco MVP for tonight. And not to put anything against like Gambit too. Thank you both. Oh, Marco, I'm glad to be back. And thank you. All right. I felt like that. Wait. Are we actually like doing okay this game? What in the world? I legit thought like we were getting absolutely annihilated this game. Oh, come on, King Gambit. Come on. Marco and Gambit. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. And again, that's all about going overkill now. All right. Once I heal up, I need to go spawn camp.
No, not yet.
But I think this is it. Man, everybody's gonna be watching that free for days. It's gonna be great. I just didn't have enough. But these guys aren't playing on the idol. I think we might pull this off. They just don't have enough melee. Once I res, we got to get back. How many? No, we got plenty. We got enough time to waste. Let's see. That's tough. I got no one with my fear, and I got. I just completely wasted that. You don't see me. You don't see me in vault. Or you don't encounter. I don't do vault, like, unfortunately, like mostly because like it's a big grind, and like, oh, did I did the thing again. You know what? This is my biggest problem. During streams at the end, I look at chat and I engage. Yeah, oh, I won't. I don't think I don't think you'll see me. I don't do vault that often, and I like it. But I hope that it wouldn't matchmake me against. Oh, Richard, stop! Richard, stop! Come on. I lost this game for us. Everybody's like, look at my skulls doing skull things. We were too close. Like, man, I totally could have won, but you guys got too generous, and I got too distracted. Stop being so generous. You do try to find Rip Brawl. Ah, nice. SKR. Okay, so if you want a pet build, if you want a Grace build, this is the guy. This is the guy who's running like and it kicked me out before I could actually go over the build. Of course, thank you so much for that bug. I'm sure Rip Brawl will welcome any challenge. And I'll get one. Alright, now we gotta wait 18 minutes. And then another, and then the rest will be up for tomorrow. Man, 2 losses in a row. I'm losing. It's wiping out all of the wins that I had in the last 2 days. I will be back into nothing. Yes, Rip Brawl is great. He's a good. Rip Brawl is awesome. Oh, this is definitely gonna be lower when I check it. Coma, come on. Play nice. Alright, well, hopefully we get another game. Otherwise,
Yes.
is there anything anybody wanted me to check while we have in this interceding time?
Nothing of interest. I find that hard to believe.
Asmund, yeah, Asmund and I, we are like Asmund's clan is part of the reign. Asmund is in a shadow clan during the reign to make sure, like, because as ally clans, this is one of the big. So this actually brings up a pretty good topic of the state of clans in the game. A lot has been made about, like, if you've seen the Reddit posts and stuff about the clan, like all this clan drama, and like it's like the badge system currently is killing the game because of how like ridiculous it is. Like it's antisocial and anti-competitive. So players who want to not, or who are not a clan leader, will be like lose 12% max health in a game that is based around PvP, and they can get that extra 12% by being in a solo shadow clan at the end of every cycle. So they're like players that are not actual like leaders in like on their clans get penalized hugely. So it means that cohesion for groups is very, very, very what's the word? Like cohesion for guilds is extremely mercenary. It's really hard to get anybody unless you're like actively going to try and go win the right. Now, herein lies the other problem. There's no incentive to be like that. Like that would be cool in theory of like, oh, like what, like if people want to win the right of exile and become immortals. People don't want to become immortals. Being immortals as a high resonance, like a PvP high resonance focused player is absolutely awful. There is no, like, it's so little value. The legendary, you don't really like, you have a lot of daily activity.